Thank you. Thank you so much, Meredith. And I must say I'm loving the female representation on stage today. So listen, good afternoon, everybody. Citi is, as Meredith said, proud to be a presenting sponsor of the inaugural DealBook DC Strategy Forum. We're happy to be here. Many thanks to you, Andrew, Meredith, and to the New York Times for your ongoing pursuit of truth on so many complex issues that we face in the world today. And I would say that, real news today is more powerful and important than it ever has been. And so, as we look around the world, we see high levels of instability, anxiety, discontent in the world. And while we don't need the polling data to tell us all of what I'm saying to you now, there are a few numbers actually that do stand out for us. The 2019 Edelman Trust Barometer shows that people globally are continuing to distrust institutions. Less than half of the world's population actually trusts their government or their media. Business may enjoy a little bit higher numbers than that, 56%, but the reality is what we're starting to see is many more people, 3 out of 4 to be exact, are actually trusting the company that they work for today more than ever to do what's right for them and for society. And that's a really, really important number. And the research just simply confirms what I think many of us know intuitively, empirically, that there's just an increasing demand out there, whether it's by consumers or communities or colleagues, et cetera, and stakeholders of all companies, to be much more socially responsible and much more socially conscious. So there are other polls that reveal that significant majorities, in many cases over 80% of people worldwide, believe that not only that corporations can, but they should take concrete and measurable actions on things that are impacting our society. And so at Citi, we really take that to heart. We've always taken it to heart. We don't necessarily put our corporate voice out there just indiscriminately, just to put our voice out there. When we do speak, it's to make clear to, first and foremost, and most importantly, our own colleagues, what we stand for as a firm and what our core values are. That is extremely important to us. And we've used, as most of you know, that voice recently on a number of different policy issues that matter to us as a firm and matter to our colleagues as citizens. And about 18 months ago, we adopted a firearms policy in the US. We have had employees, clients, colleagues, other partners affected by gun violence, and we just felt a need to do something to demonstrate our values on what we perceive as a very important issue. But I will tell you, it's not about taking or staking out a political position, because for our more than 200-year history of our company, we have been firmly and I would say necessarily apolitical. But for us, it's about finding common ground on issues that are important to most people and that the majority of people support. And so earlier this year, we were the first firm in our industry to disclose our unadjusted or raw gender pay gap. And the gap unfortunately revealed that Citi women, the median pay for Citi women globally is 71% of the median pay for men. And I hope you'll not be surprised that, we did not like this number. This was not an easy statistic for us to share, certainly with the outside world, definitely with our own people worldwide. And in fact, our CEO, Mike Corbett, didn't pull any punches when he talked about this number as being an ugly number, that using his words. But just to be clear, what the pay gap showed and what the pay gap revealed was not that we don't pay equal work or pay equally for equal work, because we do. What it described actually and what it showed to us was the lack of representation among women and minorities in the most senior levels, at the highest levels of the firm. And what it also made clear to us is that if we're going to actually achieve any more diverse representation in the most senior levels of our organization, that we have a responsibility. We have to hold ourselves accountable to doing just that. And so that's why we announced publicly and set representation goals for Black talent in the US and for female talent globally. All of those things are aimed, obviously, at increasing senior level representation over the next 3 years. But importantly, what it did and what we're talking about here today is actually disclosing that ugly number. What it did for us is it confirmed yet another commitment that we have as a firm, which is transparency. We want to be more transparent with ourselves. We want to be more transparent with the public about areas where we believe we're making progress, but more importantly, areas where we think we still have a lot more work to do, and attacking those not tomorrow, but today. And transparency is how we think we can start having some of these more difficult and complex conversations that we need to have if we're going to achieve any resolution to many of the issues that we face today. So that's why for us convenings like this are important, and why we're honored to be a part of convenings like this. And in the City Lounge outside, I hope you have seen on your way in, we're featuring the gender pay issue in more detail. We hope that you'll take time to actually engage with that and further advance the conversation, get more organizations involved in the same effort that we have embarked on. This forum, as Meredith said, is all about bringing together leaders from across sectors, so all of you and we can share our ideas and best practices to take all of these issues that we face today and really tackle the big challenges of our time and earn the public's trust. So in our 207-year history at City, progress has always been our mission, and we're very, very proud of that. We're committed to doing what we can to have a positive impact on society, and we hope that today's session even furthers that progress for all of us collectively in this room. So thank you again to Andrew, thank you again to Meredith, everyone at the New York Times for convening such an important gathering of people today, and to all of you for participating. I'm really looking forward to a wonderful, very eventful and meaningful day ahead. So thank you so much.